Republicans are blatantly lying to you about why this government shutdown is happening. And I'm telling you this as one of the people who is being seriously harmed by this shutdown. My husband is active duty military, and our household budget has officially been shot to by this shutdown. Now that he has to go to work every single day, but they don't have to pay him until all of this is over. Unlike, of course, Congress, who will keep receiving their paychecks. I'm having to make phone calls today to all of the companies that we owe money for things like utilities and housing to let them know that we don't have the money to give them until all of this is over, because what little we do have has to be conserved for groceries right now. And you know what? I'm willing to make that sacrifice on my family's behalf if it means that our neighbors don't lose their health insurance. What I'm not okay with is having to suffer through this while Republicans like Mike Johnson and JD Vance are lying about who is doing this to me, to my family, to families just like mine, because they are the ones doing it. This shutdown is happening because the Republican Party, which currently holds full control of the House of Representatives, the U.S. Senate, and the White House, cannot corral enough members of their own party to pass a budget on their own. And so they need Democrats to vote in their favor. And Democrats have said they'll do that. The one and only thing they've asked for in return is for Republicans to help make sure that 20 million American citizens don't lose their health care at the end of this year. That's it. That's all they've asked for. That's all they want. That's all we want, is for you to not lose your health care. But Republicans have refused, because apparently making sure that you don't have to pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars more a month for health insurance is just too much to ask of them as your elected leaders. You know, unlike the trillions of your taxpayer dollars that they happily gave to their own billionaire buddies in tax cuts a few months ago. But Republicans can't tell you that this shutdown is happening because they refuse to help your family out, so they lie to you instead. They scapegoat immigrants despite knowing that immigrants don't have all to do with this. Here's the truth. There is not a single solitary undocumented immigrant that receives even a single penny of ACA subsidies. Not one. In fact, undocumented immigrants are legally prohibited from receiving any subsidy at all. Republicans just think that you are so stupid that they can claim otherwise, and you just won't notice or bother looking it up yourself. Or they think that you will look it up, but you'll just be too much of a coward to push back on their lies. But every single one of the 20 million plus Americans that Republicans are refusing to help are working class and middle class American citizens. It's farmers and small business owners. It's single moms and families with young kids. And that is why Republicans don't give a about it, because none of those Americans make enough money for Republicans to care about them. And that is why every single bit of the blame for this shutdown lays at the feet of the guy in the White House and Republicans in control of Congress. Period.